That is, that. Because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you? Indeed so. Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m. something happened here aboard the SS Bureau. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's login fact. Are you suggesting the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. If I'm perfectly honest, I find it a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? Well, because sometimes something major as an emergency stop really had happened. Surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. Can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's not a good point. What of? That's throbbing. Sorry? What do you mean? Your head. The throbbing in your head since this morning. We've all suffered with it. Oh, yes. I've had a headache. You're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavier since dawn. Yes, we've all been affected, haven't we? Just as I suspected. He's right. My head's are throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. The first thing I noticed this morning was a throbbing pain in my head. I'd already been dragged out of the wardrobe and into the handcuffs put on me by that. Why didn't I wake up when it all happened to me? Tell me, Mr. Nutt. Tell me, Mr. Nutt. You boarded the vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah, sorry. Stowaway class accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Ah, well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday. Food poisoning! Oh, food poisoning. Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Cosmo wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I do. No. No. Really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night has been tampered with. Tempered by the addition of a sulfuric designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consume it. As a sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal as a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board was a sulfuric drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes? Well, Seaman? I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, would be hauled off to the coals. For aiding and abetting can't even speak. Please, no more. I will tell everything. Eh? We cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades. Yes. So when they decided to run away, I asked them to help. We all agreed to help. Everyone together. Please throw away everything. For fame in the ballet, although Russia, we wanted to help out our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. Didn't know it was chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter. That could not make old drug. Could not make old drug. How do you say? Dissolve. Talk about a heavy season. At midnight in the waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by a comrade on shore with a small fishing boat. All the passengers of the SS Bureau set sounded. Thanks to almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion, their evening meals had completed. So if that's what happened, the only people awake in a ship last night were the crew, the people who like chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. That means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop to trick the lock in Cosma's cabin door. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have locked up in that case. There would have been a complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins, afterwards they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yeah! The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep in the cabins, doors bolted anyway. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on a ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. You have talked long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene where the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. Someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock the door. All told, a busy night. But I don't know anything about this. I'm just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your very clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like you, we trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. What? I am quite of the same deposition, my good man. Observation is, to me, is everything. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? Do you hear it? The accusatory cry of guilt in the wind. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. You can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all detection. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come. For one final, logical reason spectacular to expose the truth. Why? So, Mr. Jones, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Jones? With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two provocations. Observation. If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, you know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't you? But Henry was the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely. You were delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died.
Yes!
Oh my god. Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on your back. Back of your white uniform. Eh? Ah, yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. Very large purple stain on the back is Stroganoff's uniform. I think what it's made of is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruto, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, the evidence that proves what the stain on the back of the Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. Oh, we don't have a picture of the ink bottle, I don't think. So I think we just present this.
Yes!
Yes, this is the photograph, and the ink shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. Rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ugh. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim. Oh, this is prehistoric. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. The stain on the back of your uniform is ink of the exact same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like wardrobe band. Then I pressed the button to make Buria do emergency stop, and both cabin door locked shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. And our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. Keaton escaped through the ventilator and to Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Yes, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers. Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard the sound of someone falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel. The door was not locked, so she opened the door to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened door to student's cabin and looked inside, I was speaking to Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark. He was wearing black, but he was on the floor, moving. Scared. I understand, and I believe you. Is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Cosma's death at last? Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took it myself, you know. The cause of death was broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. In the uniform, an unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there's one particular area of in this photograph that seems to me so unnatural. That seems somewhat unnatural. Are we still talking about the writing? What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, yo, what up, Lane Dog? Cosmo tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of luck broke his neck. Which part of the photograph seems unnatural? How about the text still on the floor? This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Cosmo. So if you're looking for something natural, that's the obvious point. Very true. It is certainly particular. But it's not what I meant by unnatural, I'm afraid. Particular, crass detail was orchestrated by the culprit. I meant to identify another point. Nah, this is on Switch. Got my controller. pretty sure this game is available on PC too. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing on something. In my opinion, if you landed as the victim appeared to have done here, it would be most unnatural. I'm sure you reach the same conclusion. What? How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you for your gentle guidance. Cosma tripped and fell by something. Terrible stroke. Broke his neck. Part of this photograph. What? Is it the fact that his hand is clenched?
Yes!
Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then his fist just doesn't seem quite right. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open palms flat. And here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. Oh? What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep it in suspense? What? Okay. Why do we keep going in circles? This is hurting my brain. It's like, okay, it's her. No, it's not her. No, it's him. Now it's not her. No, it's not him. Now it's back to her. What the crap? This is what I found. Oh, Crescent Moon was this little gemstone? Yes, you're right. Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear, perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night, in Mr. Asogi's cabinet, you witnessed the moment where the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it clenched in his fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel. No one can protect you, Dad. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth last night. Last night. What did you do to Kazuma? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in the cabin, and I could relax after the horrible long day. Couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. Nothing worked. Darka would not come back. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. Young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised me not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes. I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. He found out about who she was. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. Can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth. I hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to get Naruhodo out. He's going to get Rihu out. And he thought he was going to pull the cord. Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted. Darka jumped out of my arms and down the young man's feet. And as he turned around to look at me, I pushed him. No. I don't even know why. And that's when you went to fetch help. Because he was thrown off, he was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out in a thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at the cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. When I find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it? So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door? Yes. I went into cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. Then I found a stove, in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, it's the only reason Satoru started to believe me. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spitting to write on the floor. I wrote evidence to the same person who found him, who looked inside the wood and found the story. And tell me, what does the glass spell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to Gavin and I finished the job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Bureau did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m. Thus, enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating a locked room. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Cosma about the fact that you'd run away from your home. And it's because that you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Is that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It's what he said first. That made me scared. What he said first. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Yes, meaning me. He was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought if the police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you for a moment, please, Miss Pesvova? It's just, it doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Cosma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day is what does not get done, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. Come on. Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine? So the young man's gaze was directed. It was the wardrobe. First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of it. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. The cabin had been my home for the entire voyage. This is how the cabin looked right when Miss Pavlova was exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. There's one thing I've learned today. That the simple gaze can reveal all manners of truth. Not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be little. You can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze of where you're looking. So, when you turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Cosmo looking at?
Take that!
everything that had happened last night. Certainly, it may have looked as though Cosmo was going to ring the bell. However, what is directly besides the bell cord? What is directly besides the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe. More importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a crew member. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend. To see if between them, they might be able to help in some way. No. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently, if you ask. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did, and that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, long passed. The mystery surrounding the tragic accident of SS Beard was finally laid to rest. Oh, come on, just ahead. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to reciprocate her? Apparently, an English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort that all out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she will be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. See, Miss Stroganoff? I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, and about how you lost a good friend. I will go as needed. I will give myself to British police. It's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free. Cosmo's death feels like such a waste, but... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the council and arrange your package back to Japan. Yes. And it's still away after all. Couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. Looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it even begun. think that days ago, Cosma and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Sato-san. Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well, haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack up, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow, and all that. Still, I can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life could be over, just like that. Sato-san. He had such grand ideas for his visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. Now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forget the person responsible. Now we know the truth. That it was an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much. Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed. Caused two of my closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. Let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. Wait! Sholmes! Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? Wait, what is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry. So I decided to restore them for all time's sake. Shall we say, you are a stowaway after all. Thinks this is funny? Mr. Sholmes? We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all. And as tough little late, may I offer my sincerest condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. Wait a minute. Is it just me that has... Isn't just me that have It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was just a stowaway. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Sato-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the tour can continue, surely. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Jones. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh? But anyways, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. Me? Susato? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there's still more than a month before we reach England shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo, that's ridiculous! Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? There's no way to find out! There's only one. Oh, there's only one. I would work on my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But, to put yourself in such a difficult position. For Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain. That he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it, and I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? I think that's a wonderful idea. Thank you. So, what does this bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indubitable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating. Duty and rules was the dull routine of existence that we all adore. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning to the very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close friend companion, despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector, after all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said I'd do anything to make up for my shortcomings. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll Excuse me. I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters. I need to discuss what to do next, and how to best make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder... Would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I would be delighted to help. I am a judicial assistant, after all. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this. Kazuma's katana! Yes! What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. His name is Kurama. It's a great sword that has been in the Soji clan for generations. Kurama. Not Kurama. Karo. Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Mr. Sato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come. It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shall grant you a single minute of freedom. You shall fill every space, every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But, before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask you. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. 3 times. He wants to get me even. She wants me even for all those times he flipped him. What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma's closest friend. Of course, you would never have done anything to hurt her. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. No matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away. No, I won't let you make an excuse for me. Whatever circumstances, I should never have told you, not just once, but 5 times. The number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. No. Don't even think. I don't even know how. Never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess, I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume it would be a form of Japanese wrestling. Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. Apparently it's called Susato Takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How brilliant. I'm a practitioner of a kind of way arts myself. I'm somewhat accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on how's the technique of your arm wrestling. Yes, it'd be an honor. I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Please don't tell her she's gonna do it on me. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry, I can't. you can see, throw from the abdomen. Oh, yes. Resting indeed. That is what you term the subtle takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a subtle squash. My groggy state of consciousness. A scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flicked into my mind. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little regular Europe. Japanese man's sword is a soul. Can't be parted with my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much impel. On that subject, something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing through it with me. Oh, of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What was it? What was it? That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. I'm going to see the place for myself. Get it. Great Britain's capital. London. Crash course candidate.